Magical Eyes, Red is for Anguish is a visual novel that sells for $14.99 and comes out today on Steam. It's part supernatural tale, part love story, and part mystery novel. But before I begin this 5-minute overview, this key was received from the publisher for review purposes, but won't change my opinion of the game in the end. Red is for Anguish is actually an episodic story involving the Disobeyers, a set of supernatural beings that deal with the creatures known as variants. Just think of the latter as emotions boiling over into a horrible demon-type form. This specific story has to deal with a doll and mysterious disappearances centered around it. It's up to you, and I mean literally you, as that's the protagonist's name, to figure out what's going on and try to piece things together. And the world created here is interesting, in particular with its supernatural elements and the unknown mystery surrounding it. What's strange here though is that you'd think the strength would be the characters, but the characters, while unique in some cases, aren't necessarily the stars here. It's the overall main plot concepts and the themes that develop between the supernatural versus everyday life kind of existence. Sure, you get a cross-dressing fighter and all, but even he's not going to overshadow the mystery the game focuses on. But you see, that's only one main thread of the plot. The other has to do with Yu's relationship with Chiharu, the prototypical next-door neighbor type girl. Now there's a budding romance thread that you would expect to see in a visual novel like this with high schoolers involved. But this has to be one of the weirdest ones I've come across. Not weird as in bad or as in good, it's just strange. It's the characters in particular. Yu, given his line of work, is worried about connecting with Chiharu and keeping her out of harm's way, but yet seems to warm up to her over time. Okay, fine, I can accept this. But it's like Chiharu's sole reason to exist at first is because of Yu. Like literally that she has no character other than loves Yu. This may really turn off people to the plot at first, even if the game hints at reasons for it later on. It's indicative of the game's slow start as it tries to establish itself, and once it gets going, it does a better job. But even 2 hours in, it was like, show me something about yourself not related to him, Chiharu. On top of that, one of the things that the game struggled with was the ocean-like delivery of the plot. When I mean ocean, I mean like the tides. See, the game takes you from one subplot to another, and one of the things it doesn't do well at times is transitioning. You'll be in the middle of an investigation, then all of a sudden, you're taken to a part with Chiharu. To be quite honest, it felt like two completely separate plots fit into one story. But I will say at the halfway mark, things get a lot more interesting, to the point where I was really enjoying the story's execution. Now this is a visual novel, with minor elements of answering questions along the way, but that second half kicks it up a bit and makes you appreciate the world that they've created, and then maybe want more when it ended. In particular with a character arc of a human character, which does a reveal that I really liked and appreciated. Presentation-wise, the artwork is alright, as while you only get a couple of bigger art pieces and environments within the game, they do the job. There's no English voice dubs here, so keep that in mind as it's all the Japanese voice actors. And the music, while odd at a place or two, is fitting to the emotions of the story being told. Look, I enjoyed the 6 hours it took me to complete Magical Eyes, Red is for Anguish, and I'm definitely interested to see the next part of the story. With that said, I think it's for those people who love the supernatural mystery genre. If you don't like that, I'd stay away due to the inconsistent writing tone. And while it's no bang for buck that Danganronpa is in terms of storytelling, it was still a nice tale that was told for this price. Just don't expect gameplay or a complete ending. The whole episodic visual novel thing. Thanks for watching. Like the video, share it with a friend, and subscribe if you want more content like this. In the description below, you'll find the Steam review accompanying this vid, along with social media that you can follow me on, Twitter, Google+, and Facebook groups. And if you want to support the channel, click that Patreon on the left of the screen. And remember, keep on gaming.